What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new Euro 2020 fantasy football video. And in this video I'll be discussing my round of 16 or match day 4, whatever you want to call it, my draft team selection. Of course, I'll be making one more video after this, and it will be tomorrow. It will be my final team selection for the round of 16, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to see that. I've already made videos on players to target, players to avoid, and also a video on differential players for match day 4, so go check them out. So before I show you my draft team, let's go through a few rules that you should know. So first of all, my overall rank is 19,035. I was in the top 2k after match day 3, but after a bad captaincy choice last week I lost out 17,000 places, but I'm still in a good position, 19,000 overall. Let's get straight into this. So a few rules that you should know. Unlimited transfers. You get unlimited transfers before the round of 16. It's similar to a second wildcard, and the team budget will increase from 100 million to 105 million, and the maximum amount of players per team you can have has increased from 3 to 4. So note that we can now pick 4 players from the one team. Just a few things that you should know before the quarter final. You get 3 free transfers, so after this round of games you get 3 free transfers. Before the semi-finals you get 5, and before the final you get 5. For the round of 16 you can pick a maximum of 4 players from the same team. For the quarter-finals you can pick a maximum of 5 players from the same team. For the semi-finals you can pick a maximum of 6 players, and for the final you can pick a maximum of 8 players. So they are just a few rules that you should know to prepare your team. Before picking your team for match day 4, you should look at fixtures and the draw bracket. So now I'll just get the draw bracket up here, and also are the fixtures. So as you can see on the left hand side of the draw, it is tough. There's lots of big teams playing. You should then pick out which teams you think will qualify. For example, Italy and Austria. Italy should advance, whereas Belgium and Portugal, it's a tougher fixture. You can't really call it, so I wouldn't have many players from this fixture. And if whatever team does advance, they will be playing probably Italy, which is another tough fixture. Whereas if you look on the other side, you'd fancy Netherlands against Czech Republic. Then, when they win that, if they do, in the quarter-final they'll be playing Wales or Denmark, and once again you would fancy Netherlands. So Netherlands have a good route to the semi-final, and they are one team that you should be targeting here. France have a nice fixture against Switzerland. They should also advance to the quarter-finals, and they will then be playing Spain, which, going by results so far, you'll probably still be fancying France. So France players are also a good option. Whereas if you look at Sweden and Ukraine and Wales versus Denmark, these are hard games to call, but they're also good games for differential picks. Now be aware that I don't have my wildcard chip available, as I used it already, so don't expect many of these players. Whereas if I did have my wildcard, of course I would probably throw in a few other differentials. So let's go straight into my draft team selection. Of course there's lots of questions about how many players to pick from each country, etc. Like I said, I'm targeting teams that I think will advance to the quarter-final. These teams include Netherlands, Italy and France, as they have the best fixtures. So let's get straight into it, guys. And in goals, I have picked Donnarumma, the Italian. Now, Italy have kept 3 clean sheets so far in the group stages. He has 18 points. They're playing Austria in match day 4, and it's a good fixture for Italy. Italy have kicked 11 clean sheets in a row. They're very strong defensively, and I can't see them conceding against Austria here. I think it's a definite clean sheet. Donnarumma has also only faced 2 shots in 3 games, so that is a crazy stat. Now moving on to the next player. It's Dumfries. Now I think most people in the game will have Dumfries. He's selected by 36% of teams, and it's rising. They're playing Czech Republic in match day 4. Netherlands have a nice route to the semi-finals. Like I just said, they have Czech Republic. If they do win that, then we'll just go over to the draw bracket. They will be playing Wales or Denmark, which once again is a nice fixture for Netherlands. Now, Dumfries has scored 2 goals and he has earned 1 penalty so far. He's a very attacking player. Moving on to the next player, it's Malheil for Denmark. Now, he did score in his last game. He's a very attacking player. He's played 270 minutes so far, so he's played every minute. They are playing Wales at match day 4. Wales are not great defensively. I do expect Malheil to be bombing up that left side and even chipping in with a goal or assist once again. Great pick and a great bargain for 4.5 million. Next player is Kimpembe for France. Now Kimpembe is selected by 11% of teams. I do want a French defender, but I was looking at their defenders. Hernandez is currently out injured, and his replacement Digny is also out injured, so their left back position is in jeopardy. Right back Pavard never played the last game. It was meant to be because he was on the yellow and they didn't want him suspended. So I think Kimpembe is the most nailed on at the moment, and he's also cheaper than Varane. So therefore I will be picking Kimpembe. Like I said, France plays Switzerland. I expect a clean sheet here, and that's the reason why I'm picking Kimpembe. Next up is Spinazzola. Of course, Italy play Austria, like I said. Expected clean sheet here. He's 15 points so far. 11 clean sheets in a row for Italy. 3 so far in the Euros. He's a very attacking player. He even has the fastest speed clocked at Euro 2020 so far. And he's also chipped in with an assist. Now moving into my next midfielder, it's Berardi. And also Italian. So I have 3 Italians so far on my team. Play Austria in match day 4. Now I think Berardi is nailed on. He has played 155 minutes so far. Of course, he didn't start their last game as they already qualified and they were probably giving other players chances. Chiesa took his spot. But Berardi has 2 assists so far in the tournament, and he is a cheap enabler. Of course, Insigne would be a nice midfielder pick, but he is just too expensive with the players I want. Next up is Sarabia. Now, Sarabia is a big differential here. He didn't start the first 2 Euro 2020 games. He started the final group game versus Slovakia and he got 1 goal and 2 assists. He's now expected to start for Spain, and at 6.5 million, he is an absolute bargain. Now my next pick is Wijnaldum. Of course, he's 8.1 million, and Netherlands play Czech Republic. He's the team captain. He's one of the best value midfielders in the game. His 3 goals, all from open play, and Netherlands are expected to go far, going by their draw bracket. So that's the reason why I picked Wijnaldum. Next up is Depay. So he's my 3rd Netherlands player. Selected by 33% of teams. Netherlands play Czech Republic in match day 4. The main Netherlands attacking trait, he's on penalties and set pieces. His 2 goals and 2 assists so far. And like I said, Netherlands have a nice route to the semi-final at least. And I will be targeting Depay. Next up is Benzema. Now, he's the cheapest French attacker. France play Switzerland, which is a good fixture to attack. Benzema is on penalties. France are the favourites to win the tournament, so I do expect him to go a long way, and he could possibly be my team right up to the final, hopefully. And my final pick, let's just put him in, it's Ronaldo. Now, I did say this was a tough fixture to call. Of course, Portugal play Belgium, and it's very unpredictable. But I think Ronaldo is a must-have out of all the Portugal and Belgium players. I know there's De Bruyne and Lukaku, but I think Ronaldo is the one to have. He's a top goal scorer. He's 5 goals and 1 assist. He's on set pieces and penalties. And I don't think Belgium are great defensively. But I do think Ronaldo is a must-have. And moving on to my final 3 picks. And in goal, I've picked Stekelenburg. So I've actually have 4 Netherlands players in my squad, and Stekelenburg is the final one. Of course, he's the goalkeeper for Netherlands. He started all 3 games. He's 2 clean sheets kept so far, and at 4.7 million, he's a great bargain. They play Czech Republic. They're a great draw right up to the semi-final, and I don't expect him to be taken out of my squad before the semi-final. The next player is Forsberg. Of course, he plays with Sweden and they play Ukraine. So it's actually a good fixture for Forsberg. He's 3 goals so far for Sweden. He's on penalties. He's on set pieces. He takes corners. He's only selected by 11% of teams. I think he's a great pick. And they should beat Ukraine. And at 7.7 million, he is a great pick. Next player is Havertz. Now, Germany play England, but I'm just taking a risk here. I'm thinking Germany will win. Going by the form, I don't think England are... I don't fancy them. They've only 5 shots on target so far. And I think Havertz has been Germany's main threat. He looks the most exciting in the final third. He's played 240 minutes and he scored 2 goals. So I do expect Havertz. And if Germany do advance, they'll be playing the winners of Sweden and Ukraine, which I think Havertz will shine in that. And my final player that I've selected is Godsons. Now once again, another player from a tough draw. Germany are playing England, but if they do advance, they'll be playing Sweden or Ukraine. But Godsons is so attacking. He plays left wing back, and I do fancy him even against England. He's 2 assists and he scored 1 goal so far, and he has 17 points. So there you go, guys. That is currently my draft team for match day 4. Now on the first day of fixtures, I'm going to captain Spinazzola. Moving on to the second day, I will probably captain Depay. Netherlands play Czech Republic. Now you should have a captain for each day on your team. It is a must. On the third day, I will captain Benzema if I do go that far. And on the final day, I will be captaining Forsberg. So there you go, guys. That is a roundup of my draft team for match day 4. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll be posting my final team selection and all my tips, my captaincy choices. Of course, there could be a few changes to this team. I'm still undecided. So don't forget to subscribe, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with my final team selection. Have a super day.